Hey, just Ravs here. So, on the next episode of
Rav's Catching Up, yeah.
I am continuing the Hunger Games trilogy. And the book up next is Catching Fire.
Part 1, The Spark.
Okay, I hate love triangles normally, but I feel like this one is done well. Oh, poor dude. Gale is Katniss's cousin. The world beginning in their business. So Gale is her cousin. Great. President Snow is introduced, and I already know he gonna be a lot of trouble. Wait, so the first head maker of the game for Hunger Games was executed. Imagine you're hired for a job right after they executed the first guy that was in the position before you. Like walking in being like, hi, yeah, I'm new here. Like, oh yeah, welcome to the team. By the way, the first person before you wasn't fired, but killed in front of the entire city to create deterrence from any rebellion. Yeah, welcome. And you're just there like, alright. Gale and Katniss kissed. And President Snow knows? Girl, imagine being a teenager becoming the symbol for like an entire wave of rebellion and revolution. Can't relate. Because I said this once and I'll say it again. I wrote dirty fan fiction when I was a teenager. So just imagine me just imagining me, teen Ravs, holding up a revolution and keeping everyone afloat. Oh, what a symbol. I would be an iconic symbol, let's be real. Okay, so yeah, take my money, compensation, like we're here with you. And then Katniss is just like, wait, bitch, I gotta say something, and starts talking about Rue and Thresh. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is definitely a start to a revolution of some sort, and she is smack dab in the middle of it. As you read on, it really does show you the horrible difference between the capital and the rest of the districts, especially the poorer districts, and also how the disparities and oppressions within the districts and amongst the districts versus the capital, blah blah blah. It depends on what they can do and offer for the district or how they perform in the games. And that's the thing with dystopian. You never really know if it's an exaggerated tell on the world we already live in, or if it's just something that the author found to be hideous and horrifying while like taking a shit one day. Okay, so Gale is being whipped, and not in the way that you would think. I don't think anyone's thinking that, Ravina. And Darius steps in to help. Yeah, I don't know. Darius just seems like his pure existence and purpose in this book was just to be whipped around and tossed around and taken advantage of. Now she's getting whipped. Seeing Gale hurt and in this position, she has found peace with the fact that she chooses Gale and that she wants Gale. Is that what we're going for? Like, is that who we're shipping? Is that what?
Are you saying yes to the dress?
Yes!
Oh, but Peeta's such a sweetie. Ugh, of course I love Gale, but what kind of love does she mean? What do I mean when I say I love Gale? I don't know. I did kiss him last night in a moment when my emotions were running so high, but I'm not sure if he remembers it. Does he? I hope not. If he does, everything will be more complicated. Girl, I thought you chose Gale. Make up your mind.
Part 2, The Quell.
Twill and Bonnie, they're headed for District 13. Oh my god. Oh. Peeta's just, you know, being a bean, you know, and she's all like, don't go yet, not until I fall asleep. I still like my girl Katniss. I still like my girl Katniss, but yeah, it's getting to me a little bit. I just want to know who she ends up with. Apparently Twill and Bonnie mentioned that some of the stuff the Capitol used to say about District 13 is fabricated or old, and they haven't necessarily used new clips, and it seems like there's something missing. Oh, they're going back. They're all going back into the arena. I was about to say, I'm like, we've been through almost half the book right now, and I was getting a little worried. I was just like, yes, there's a lot of buildup, but what is the buildup for? Going to be going back for the Quell, and that is hysterical. That is such a slap in the wrist, because it really is just a big fuck you to the revolution. It's almost as if the Capitol's just like, oh, y'all think y'all were safe? No one is safe. Okay, girl. Katniss, she's like oblivious to the point where it's kind of adorable. Oblivious in a way where she just like feels entitled at the same time. It's like adorable and entitled all in one. Peeta has been really distant. She's going all like, he's abandoned any pretense of being my friend. And I'm just like, girl, no Friends don't cuddle in bed, especially when they're in a situation where one has like actual feelings for the other. Yes, y'all aren't friends. Y'all are in a complicated situation. He love you. I think I'm Team Peta. This is where my anger resides. It's not necessarily with the love triangle. I think I'm just Team Peta. I think I'm conforming to the love triangle and the structures. One interesting thing is that he threw something off the cliff and it ended up saving him because it bounced back and killed the opponent that was after him. It's almost as if the author is trying to be like, this could be important for when they go into the games once again. Really liking this Finnick character. He seems really egotistical and hilarious, so I'm really digging that. But he also seems like he can't be trusted, but at the same time he can. I don't know how I feel about that yet. Darius is an Avox now. Helping her rebel or become the Mockingjay or whatever. No.
Did they just kill Senna? Because if they kill Senna, like, that's not okay. Like, he's the only thing keeping me afloat, and like, I can't have this. Like, what? Like, I was reading these books just for Senna. Like, this is not fair. Like, if they killed Senna, I swear I'm going to riot. I'm gonna be there in District 13 with the people rioting, not for city, but for Senna, just for Senna. Okay, like, I will literally riot just for Senna. This is stupid. Why the would you even attack his precious little face? I hate you. What is going on? He better not be dead. I swear he better not be dead.
Peta pulling some next level again. So now Katniss is pregnant.
Part 3, the enemy.
Oh my god. The monkeys. The monkeys attack. I did not know Suzanne Collins knew of my sister in her various forms. The Morphling saved Peta's life. He's a loud ass man, bro. He's always loud, especially in the games, but that's another story. A clock. The game makers have set a structure for the game where a certain time shit happens that can kill them in the game. The monkeys, my sister, and her brave work being one of those instances, for example. Oh my god, is this like the mutation situation all over again? Okay, so they're using Mockingjays to basically voice Prim and other people. So Finnick is also hearing girl's voice named Annie. I wonder what that's about. Okay, so Katniss is suspicious of everyone, and they do get out of this. If anything, Peta is stuck behind. Gale comes to her and she finally finds some sort of reassurance at the end, only for him to tell her that Prim and her mom are safe and they made it out, blah blah blah. But District 12 is no more. And that's the end of book 2. Overall, I did enjoy it. However, I did not enjoy it as much as I enjoyed the first one. Positives! We met a lot of interesting new characters. When it came to the build-up, the revolution, to see Katniss basically understanding that she is or is becoming this symbol that, you know, probably will be mentioned in book 3. Just to see that evolution, although it was slow at parts, to see that build and to see how the different districts were falling, rising, and how tension was being placed on the capital to essentially act. And although that action that the capital took was violent and chaotic and dystopian, so dystopian, I enjoy that. Katniss's personality, her love for people close to her, her mom, her sister, the relationship and dynamic she has with her mom, and how we keep revisiting that dynamic, and her eventually forgiving her mother in a way that she can personally. Katniss is a really flawed YA protagonist, and in a way, she's one of the best protagonists. When a lot of YA protagonists that happen to be women are written, it can go really bad sometimes, but Katniss, I am enjoying her trajectory and how she's becoming who she is. Still wouldn't probably be her friend, but I would appreciate and admire her from a distance. I also really just like in entirety the games and how the games were different and structured differently in comparison to the first Hunger Games because of the new game maker. I really love that dynamic, and I loved the whole clock tick-tock thing that she had to discover with her team, and Mez is probably gonna be executed like the last one. Peta being a slick bastard and saying that Katniss was pregnant, genius. Negatives! Although I loved the uprising, the rebellion, and what Katniss was being symbolized for, or what the Mockingjay, the pin, all of that was being symbolized for, I did feel as if the pacing in the first half could have been a little faster. What I'm trying to get at is that this book felt more of like a prequel, a pretense, or like a prologue to the last book. It didn't really feel like a book on its own. It kind of just felt like something that set up the finale versus the middle of a trilogy. Yeah, I'm saying. To end, I post bookish content on Mondays and writing content on Fridays.